In this video, I am not making a prediction. The U.S. session is currently active, and the session is not complete yet. What I want to do here is explain the current market structure, the volatility expansion we are seeing, and the specific conditions I am observing as price develops. This is a structure explanation, not an outcome call. First, let's place this move in context. From a higher-level perspective, price previously pushed above the prior U.S. session reference. After that move, the Asian session formed a retracement range. During Asia, price rotated inside that retracement box, without breaking structure in a decisive way. As the U.S. session opened, price began to expand upward again, leading into the move we are observing right now. At this moment, the U.S. session is active, but it is still developing. We are seeing a strong bullish candle form, but because the session has not closed, this candle alone does not confirm continuation. Right now, direction is not the most important thing. What matters is how price behaves after this expansion. Let's start with the 15-minute chart. On the 15-minute time frame, we are seeing a volatility expansion through both Bollinger Bands. The short-term Bollinger Band, shown in red, has been broken to the upside. At the same time, price has also pushed through the longer-term Bollinger Band, shown in white. This is a double Bollinger expansion on the lower time frame. However, a double expansion does not mean immediate continuation. What matters is what happens next. After this type of expansion, price usually does one of two things. Either it holds above the expanded band and continues building structure higher, or it fails to hold the expansion and rotates back into the prior range. At this stage, the correct approach is observation, not assuming continuation. Lower timeframe expansion only becomes meaningful when it aligns with higher timeframe structure. That is why the 1-hour chart is critical here. On the 1-hour time frame, we are currently seeing price push through the short-term Bollinger Band. This is the first condition. The second condition, which has not yet been confirmed, is whether price can also expand through the longer-term Bollinger Band on the 1-hour chart. In other words, the question is not whether price moved up, but whether this move transitions from short-term volatility into higher time frame expansion. If price breaks the short-term band, but fails to follow through into the long-term band, that often results in rotation. If price breaks and holds both the short-term and the long-term Bollinger Bands on the 1-hour chart, that suggests structural continuation. So what we do next is simple. We watch the follow-through. This point is important. At this stage, both outcomes are still valid. A strong candle by itself does not define a trend. What defines trend is acceptance above structure after expansion. That acceptance becomes clear with time and follow-through, not with a single candle. From a structural perspective, this U.S. session can resolve in two ways. Scenario 1, continuation. Price holds above the Asian retracement zone, maintains acceptance above the short-term Bollinger expansion, and transitions into higher time frame expansion. Scenario 2, failure. Price fails to hold above the expansion, volatility contracts, and price rotates back toward the prior U.S. session reference. Right now, we are not choosing between these scenarios. We are simply defining them. As the U.S. session continues, the outcome will become clear. When the session is complete, the structure will no longer be hypothetical. Until then, this is a live structure observation. No prediction. No bias. Just context, conditions, and market behavior. I will log the result after the session resolves.